We'd like to welcome everyone to the 2021 Anxiety Scholarship Awards, brought to you by Life Launch Centers, where we're all about stronger families and stronger futures. This is our second year offering out this unique scholarship in response to the mental health crisis our nation is facing. And pretty much everyone out there knows that anxiety and depression have pretty much taken over the world. And the concerns for mental health are just really high. And I mean, with the CDC reporting that 32% of teens today have anxiety. So as Life Launch Centers works hard to provide group counseling programs that help teens and young adults overcome anxiety, we thought we'd reach out to all of this year's high school seniors and get their amazing insights on how anxiety holds them back in life, and offer them a $1,000 scholarship to help out with their ongoing educational pursuits. And I tell you, they have come up with some remarkable videos. I mean, it was really hard to narrow it down. The invitation went out to over 42,000 high school seniors at 146 high schools. And we had 31 submissions come in this year. But through a panel of judges, a few of us, as well as some others, there was actually 7 judges, staff and administration here at Life Launch Centers. We were able to narrow it down to the top 3 videos that best answer the question, in what part of my life does anxiety hold me back? So let's introduce our judges today and get their insights to the video submissions. Ben, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what it was like for you to judge those scholarship submissions?
Well, a little bit about myself. I'm kind of old, and so, you know, all of this technical stuff is really interesting to me. I'm blown away at how capable you all are. I mean, some of these videos, I wouldn't even have a clue.
Top-notch production.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a clue how to do what they've done. And the creativity, that was probably what blew me away the most, was being able to take a message and portray it in ways without just saying it straight out. Out of 31 videos, you know, there were definitely some standouts. These 3 for sure. There were some others.
They were really, really close.
Yeah, it was. This was really tight scoring at the top.
And Joni, how was it for you as a judge for these videos?
I think what surprised me, well, last year it was pretty obvious about who was going to be the top 3 last year, but man, with everyone that submitted this year, I just kind of thought, I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Well, with a variety of judges too, it was like I
Yeah.
could see different judges judging different ways. And so it was like certain videos got more attention because of certain judge had, you know, a different perspective.
Yeah.
So Arden, how about you? What was it like for you judging these videos?
I'm with Joni. Last year's was hard then, but it has nothing to do with the difficulty of this year, because every single one of them had its own message and in a powerful way. The video stuff, yeah, that blew me away, but it was the realness of what you guys put together out there.
Yeah.
And
Got vulnerable, got
absolutely.
like really open. It was
in a day that really that isn't accepted right now.
Yeah.
And that's part of the struggle that we have is kids being able to say and portray what's really going on in their life. Man, and you guys did it so brilliantly and was just blown away. This was the hardest one. I don't want to do it next year because I don't want to have it be harder next year.
It caused a little anxiety for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So I'm Joe Newman, and at Life Launch Centers, I do business development, and I've got 8 kids. I've been a video producer for 20 years, and you know, I have a high school senior next year. He's a junior this year. He'll be a senior next year, and so it was interesting to see like the perspective of what I know from my kids and what they're going through, and then and what like the culture of teenagers are today, and then to see these submissions come in, like you said, so like open and vulnerable and actually very articulate.
Yep.
Which is not the normal thing for teenagers today, I gotta say. So anyway, just really, really excited for all of the submissions. And so let's actually introduce our 3 finalists today. So first I've got with us Brooklyn Johnson, right?
Yes, thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show and appreciate you being here today. This is an amazing opportunity. Tell us a little bit about where you go to school, a little bit about yourself, and why you decided to submit for the Anxiety Scholarship.
All right. My name is Brooklyn. I'm 17 years old and I go to Snow Canyon High School. And I guess my inspiration behind it was just, I think every person you meet is going through something or has gone through something. So I think it's really important that, you know, we treat others how we want to be treated and we treat others as if they're having a bad day. And I think you never know like how your words can affect someone. And I think if you can just reach out to someone and like bring awareness to it, then you could really like change someone. So that is my inspiration.
I love it. I love it. I mean, you guys, I think your video really nails what you're talking about. And we're going to watch it here in a minute, but I want to introduce the other finalists as well. Next, we have Hayden Stone. Hayden, thank you so much and welcome to the finals.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. So Hayden, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you go to school and what made you want to submit for the Anxiety Scholarship.
Okay, I'm Hayden Stone. I go to Riverton High School. I'm a senior. I'm 17 years old. I just really like what you guys are doing over there. I love that we're trying to bring attention to a good cause. A lot of us high schoolers do struggle with anxiety, as we have found out through making these videos and going through high school. And I just think it's really good that you guys are trying to bring attention to that and break it down in a positive way.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for your submission. I'm excited to show that one as well, as it's really, really good. Finally, we have Rachel KRUEGER. Glad to have you on the finalist show. Rachel, tell us, thanks for being here today.
Thank you so much.
And tell us a little bit about yourself, where you go to school, what made you, I mean, there's probably, how did you even find out about the Anxiety Scholarship?
Right. I'm 17 years old, a senior in high school, and I woke up to an email from my school counselor, and it said Anxiety Scholarship, and me being an anxious person, like, oh, this is something I can do. So I was really excited. I've always been involved in theater and the arts at my school, so when I saw that it was a video, I was really excited because I feel like that's something that I could really do and really run with.
Awesome. And I mean, you did fabulously with it.
Rachel, which high school do you go to?
Richfield High School.
Okay, perfect.
Beautiful. So, I mean, what a great representation. We've got southern part of the state, kind of a little bit more north in Richfield, and then up in the Salt Lake area with Harriman. It's great to see that this message has gotten out to everybody. And yeah, really just appreciate everybody joining in. So there were 5 criteria to the videos that were judged, and they were based on creativity, message, relevance, and personal touch, as well as YouTube views. This year we added that, and it wasn't as big a factor in the judging, but it was something that we wanted to help people realize that their efforts go towards spreading a good message. And so the more that we can help get that out there, the better. But the whole point of this scholarship is to raise awareness and share a relevant story or message. So the judges evaluated each video from those criteria. So Brooklyn, before we watch your video, we'll put yours up first. Tell us a little bit about your inspiration for making this video.
Yeah, I just feel like it's really important to raise awareness about this. And I feel like, you know, I have a lot of family and friends that go through anxiety and depression. And I feel like a lot of teenagers around the world don't really have like a lot of outlets, or they don't really feel like they have someone to talk to. So I feel like if we, you know, raise that awareness, then more people feel comfortable talking about that and just like step on that stigma of mental health. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, I definitely agree with you. So let's pull up your video now, and we'll all watch it together, and then we'll have the judges talk about it here in just a minute, okay?
Okay, anxiety sucks. Anxiety controls my every thought. Like right now, I see two people I know and I'm scared to go talk to them. Like, just smile and wave. Be yourself. Be yourself, I say. Okay, but what am I supposed to do with my feet? I'm uncomfortable. How do I stand? How am I supposed to be myself if I can't be myself without folding my arms or cracking my knuckles? I'm so anxious and they probably can tell. They probably don't even want to talk to me. You know, just leave. That was so stupid. I can't believe I acted like that. I'm so awkward. What am I supposed to do now? How am I supposed to go to a party tonight if I can barely talk to two people? Anxiety controls my every thought. But in times like this, I have to remember that there are so many people willing to help me and stop this. I have to grab hold of the things that control me. I have to push them away.
Okay, so wow, tell me what you guys felt as you watched that video.
Well, I think Brooklyn portrays exactly what's going on in our heads. Like, we're worried about what people are thinking, or how do I present? Oh my gosh, I'm stupid, you know, or why, as you're walking away, and you know, how do I even go to a party, or you know, because all the stories that we're putting in our heads, that just that was really real.
Oh, I love the ending, especially where like all these hands, these colored hands coming in. It's like you can feel the symbolism behind the pressure coming in, and then she's just like, stop. Like I think everybody relates to that, where you get to the point with anxiety that you're just like, you just got to stop. But it was pretty amazing.
Well, I love, you know, what you said, Joni, is that the story in our head, you allowed us to hear the story in your head.
You know,
you brought it out. What am I doing with my feet? How do I say? Just
crack
say
my
hi,
knuckles.
just be cool. Oh, I gotta crack. Yeah, and that is what goes on, that story in our head, and you brought it out loud so that we could hear it. Loved it.
How about you, Arden? What were your insights there?
Well, I think I go back to some of your inspiration, talking about we've got to break this negative stigma of mental health, and the only way we can really do that is talking, but not talking through a phone.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you put people in there, that we really have to have a personal, physical connection with people. And that came out too. Just the sincere fear of talking to two people. Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. We need to bring people into our lives so that we can squash this stigma.
And I love how the phone was a part of it, because you see how, you know, we today gravitate towards communication through our phone because it's easier. And then you juxtaposition that with, you know, the personal interaction face to face. It was really beautiful, really beautiful.
Very good.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit, Brooklyn, about your ongoing educational plans and how this scholarship will help.
Well, I am planning to go to Southern Utah University in the fall. And honestly, just like anything helps. Like I'm working right now just to like get as much money as I can. So I think this will really help, you know, and even to like bring awareness to anxiety. I really love what you guys are doing. I think so many people are going through this, and it's just a great outlet. So
awesome. Well, we're big fans of SUU.
Yes,
Right?
we are.
We got a graduate down here from SUU. That's a great school. All right, well, let's go to our next finalist. We've got Hayden. Before we watch your video, Hayden, tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind making your video, you know, kind of that like director's insight to how you approached your video.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it was really hard making my video because obviously making the video is gonna bring me anxiety. I'm sure it happened to everyone who made a video, but I just really wanted to break down anxiety from a more positive point of view. Like the main part of my video is I just wanted to focus on the fact that anxiety shouldn't be like taking over your life. And if you look at it in a more positive way, like, you know that everyone's struggling with this, you're not alone, that you can get through this struggle that you're having.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. I'm excited to show it. So let's bring it up here on screen and we'll all watch it together.
The 2021 Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines anxiety as Apprehensive uneasiness or nervousness, usually over an impending or anticipated illness. I define anxiety as not being able to sleep at night even after a long and tiring day. Being so nervous that I can't think during a test, although I felt very prepared for it. When I'm planning my future and it sends me into a nervous breakdown. Through the years, I have found that anxiety is easier to manage if I don't only focus on the negative aspects of it. 18% of America alone suffers from anxiety. I know I'm not alone. Anxiety has helped me to arise to leadership roles through my life. Anxiety acts as my built-in warning system. It has enhanced my instincts to help protect me from danger. I struggle with anxiety, but I define my anxiety. My anxiety does not define me.
Wow, that was really good, Hayden. Like, I love the fact that you brought in some statistics, some knowledge, you know, and then your own personal insights. So what impressed you guys?
I agree. The personal insights were excellent. I love the fact that you did take that other position. You know, anxiety isn't a problem until it's a problem. Anxiety is a built-in warning system. It is a motivator. It can give us energy. It's got all of those things with it until it takes over our life. And so that idea of I define it, it doesn't define me. Powerful message.
So powerful.
If that's a message we could get out there to everybody, man, imagine the difference that would make.
Yeah. And just to know that, like, there's a difference between feeling anxious and having anxiety, and you really have to define that for yourself, I think, like you were saying in your video. So what do you guys think?
I actually have a question for you, Hayden.
All right.
You just put out there to everybody that you have anxiety. That's a pretty brave move. How do you feel about everybody that's seeing this knowing that Hayden's got anxiety? And what message do you have to them?
I hope it helps people know that they just aren't alone. Like people that maybe have seen me at school. I'm an SBO at my school, so I maybe know a little more people. If they see that, yeah, he's struggling with it too, it's normal. I can talk to him about it. I can get through this. I hope they just know that they can get through it and that it's more normal than they realize.
That's awesome. You've paved the road for others to do that, and a very good example you've put out there.
Thank you.
And Hayden, what would this scholarship mean to you? What are your ongoing educational pursuits? What would this scholarship money do for you?
Well, the main reason I love this scholarship is not only will it help me, hopefully all of our videos that do get out there everyone who's seeing our videos is benefiting from them in some way. It's helping get the word out there. That's why I loved it so much. What I'm gonna do with the money, it helps pay for college. I'm not positive where I'm going yet. I'm still narrowing down the results, but I'll probably be able to put it towards a new laptop. No matter where I go, I can use that to benefit my education.
Absolutely. That's great. That's great. All right. Well, let's go to our third submission then. Rachel, last but not least, tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind making your video, kind of that director's cut commentary.
Sure. So I wanted the audience, when they watched my video, to really feel what that anxiety can feel like just as they watched it. So it kind of opens with some nervous ticks, like clicking a pen over and over again, or when I'm nervous, I rub right here or my hand. And so I wanted the audience to kind of get a feel for and an understanding for what that's like. And then throughout the video, I'm kind of submerged in water. And that's just kind of symbolic for how overwhelming anxiety can feel and how controlled and paralyzing it can be. And it was important to me that I was as vulnerable as possible, because I too have family members that go through really intense anxiety and other mental health issues, and even friends. And so I'm really grateful for the opportunity I had to really open up and hopefully share with people that they're not alone, but also that there's hope and that you can reach out to a family member or really anyone, because it's normal and it doesn't make you a bad person or less than because you have anxiety.
Awesome, powerful message. Okay, so let's pull it up. Let's watch Rachel's video together.
It's subtle as it comes, but it spirals, the thoughts in my head. The worries I have about little things. Sometimes I forget I'm worrying till I'm in the thick of it. And then I'm just trying to catch my breath. I was in 5th grade when I realized that worrying as much as I did wasn't normal. This unsurety made my anxiety skyrocket. As I got into my later teenage years, sleeping became difficult. Not only was I anxious, but I was also tired. And I was always trying to catch up, trying to catch my breath. I went to my grandpa, who's a therapist, for help, and he explained to me that managing my stress and setting healthy expectations for myself will help. I started exercising more, and I started working on my passions. And this all helped me find a lot of peace. I realized that I never had to be perfect, and doing my best was always enough. I finally caught my breath.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That video is so powerful. I'm interested. I talk too much. I want to hear your guys' take on it.
Well, I think she portrayed exactly what she wanted to. She wanted us to feel what it feels like, and that's what I got when I watched it. I'm like, yeah, you know, the clicking of the pin and feeling like just the overwhelmingness of anxiety and being underwater. And yeah, I mean, she did exactly what she
nailed it.
Wanted to do.
I love to see the full picture too. It's not just about the struggle. You taught about there is a way out, and here's some things that work for me. So it gives somebody that's dealing with it not just a relationship base watching the video, but it says, okay, here's some things that work for her. Maybe these are things I can try too. And it just, what a beautiful message.
Yeah, really, really well done. I love the water part of it. That is exactly what it feels like, that paralyzing. And, you know, I love your comment. I'm just trying to catch my breath. And because that's
kind of how it feels.
Yeah, that is.
Well, and you don't have to be perfect.
That was the point that really got me, because we live in this day of perfection. And so you feel like if something isn't perfect, then it's wrong, or that it's hard. If something is hard, then it's wrong. And it adds to so much of our anxiety, and realize that life is supposed to be a struggle. And like Arden was saying, there is some help. You mentioned in that you talked to your grandpa, who's a mental health counselor, and he kind of shared some of these principles with you. And that was beautiful to realize, like, there is, like, got to reach out to the wisdom of the ages and find out more about it, not just struggle through it alone.
Yeah.
And the production quality, I got to say, like, holy smokes, whoever you had working with for you on that was like so good. Like, I was really blown away with just camera angles and the creativity and the overall production quality. So really, really good.
Thank you.
You know, Rachel, tell us, you know, what are your ongoing educational plans, and how could this scholarship help?
So I plan to go to Snow Ephraim and study music, and the scholarship would go towards my housing and just relieves the financial stress, which would be awesome. But I am very, very eager to keep learning and growing in my education.
That's beautiful. I mean, there's obviously a lot of costs associated with going to college, and we hear the staggering rate that 65% of freshmen at DSU drop out their first year. And so education is a big deal to us, and we want to support that and try to help in any little way that we can. So thank you all once again for participating. But it is time. It's time to announce the winner. So are you guys ready for this?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, just first want to thank everyone for participating. There were, like I said, 31 different submissions, and everybody who submitted really put themselves out there, had to go through a little bit of anxiety in order to do so. And we recognize that. You've all done a fantastic job. We personally want to thank you for giving us your time and for joining Life Launch Centers in the quest for stronger families and stronger futures. Your efforts have already done a lot of good and will continue to do so. So, following suit with last year, we've decided to extend a small token of our appreciation to the runners-up with a $100 Anxiety Scholarship Consolation Prize. So just so you know, each of you will be going away with a little bit of help for your education today. But they were all so good, we just wanted to show a little extra token of our appreciation for participating. So in third place, scoring a total of 220 points out of 280 possible points from the judges, and with 292 YouTube views, the third place Anxiety Scholarship Award goes to Hayden Stone of Riverton High School. Congratulations, Hayden.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. We appreciate your passion about it, your willingness to help out, and we hope that this small token of our appreciation can maybe buy a book or help go towards something for your education.
Yeah, thank you so much. It means a ton.
Let's see. Next, scoring a total of 232 points.
That's how close. That's how close.
That's how close it is. Right. Out of 280 possible points from judges, there were 43 YouTube views. The second place Anxiety Scholarship Award goes to Brooklyn Johnson of Snow Canyon High School. Brooklyn, congratulations.
Thank you.
Brooklyn, congratulations. What does receiving this scholarship mean for you?
Oh, it means a lot. I really appreciate it. This has been just a great experience. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you once again for your participation. So that just leaves our first place winner with 259 out of 280 possible points from the judges, and with 1,069 YouTube views, the 2021 $1,000 Anxiety Scholarship Award goes to Rachel KRUEGER of Richfield High School. Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you.
So Rachel, tell us, what does it feel like? What does receiving this scholarship mean for you?
I don't even know why I'm being emotional right now. But I really appreciate it, and I don't know, just it feels really good to like open up about something so vulnerable and I don't know, have it go well.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to share my story. I'm grateful that it pushed me to do something that's hard but also really, really good, and that can make a difference. So thank you so much for the opportunity and for the scholarship.
Absolutely, thank you.
Great job.
And like you said, it was hard, and you got vulnerable, and honestly, that's really what makes people connect. You know, all too much today with our digital interactions, like even right now through this Zoom video, you know, we have a good connection, but man, it's that face-to-face, eye-to-eye vulnerability that we really feel connected, and that helps us overcome anxiety. And so
I'd like to just add to the three of you. I mean, everybody that submitted, they took a step out of their comfort zone, but the three of you that placed here, please don't stop. You've opened the door to help a lot of people gain some understanding. Please keep speaking up. We've got to break this stigma, and you guys are doing awesome at it.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Well, you've all done a great job in joining Life Launch Centers. Like I said once before, in the quest for stronger families, stronger futures. Congratulations to you all, and to everyone that submitted videos for this scholarship. These will be posted on our website at lifelaunchcenters.com. They'll be available on our social media channels as well. We encourage everyone, whoever you know that is struggling with anxiety, depression, suicide ideation, or any other mental health concern, please reach out to us at Life Launch Centers. There is help. And group counseling is known to be the most effective form of treatment. And you don't have to struggle through this alone. I think that's what the message of these videos was today. So thanks again for being with us. And until next year, let's keep working together towards stronger families and stronger futures.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Hey, thank you guys so much.